Well, Parry Sound's Megan Old became Canada's second gold medalist of the Games, topping the podium in yesterday's big air event. And Megan joins us live now to talk about her big moment. It is a pleasure to speak with you. Good morning or good afternoon to you, Megan. I guess you're probably feeling pretty good right about now.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm living on cloud nine right now. It's so crazy. Just soaking in every moment. It's been incredible for sure.
Do you feel the weight of being the pride of Parry Sound right now?
Totally. It's so cool coming from such a small town. I've received so many messages and photos, and they're so supportive. So yeah, so proud to come from Parry Sound.
Yeah, I want you to take us back to the moment because, you know, Megan, one of the things I'm so fascinated about when it comes to the Olympics is the training and all that goes in for an athlete to reach that one moment. And you could be the best in the world, but if you don't live up to that moment, you don't walk away with the hardware. But you lived up to that moment. Can you kind of take us back? What was it like, doing those jumps and just, executing?
Yeah, I mean, sport is difficult for sure. And like you say, you can be the best, but you really have to perform under pressure in those moments that count. So yesterday, I'm really proud of myself for just staying focused and not letting the pressure get to me too much and just kind of having fun out there and focusing on my tricks and being able to execute them cleanly and walk away with some hardware.
You know, the mental pressure and challenges I can imagine are just enormous, especially in the hours leading up to when you're competing. Can you talk about what that's like? You're surrounded by other athletes that want that same hardware that you're wearing. Can you kind of put us in the mindset of an Olympic athlete like yourself and what goes on in your head leading up to that big moment?
Yeah, for sure. There's such a buildup for the Olympics. I think especially with it being every 4 years, it just adds that extra pressure of knowing that the moment doesn't come around that often and everyone wants it just as badly. So I think the biggest thing for me mindset wise is just like focusing on what I know I need to do and not letting the outside noise of what other people are doing or saying affect my training. So yeah, I was just focused on some tricks that I had in mind and was trying not to overthink it too much and just go out there and execute cleanly and let my skiing talk for itself.
I know you locked up the gold pretty much with the first two jumps there. You had an inconsequential fall on the third jump. When an athlete and doing a sport like you do, which has major high risk, when you do take that fall, how does that knock your confidence, and how do you kind of regain and just get focused again?
Yeah, totally. With freestyle skiing, we definitely take a lot of falls, and that's all part of the learning. I'd say some are easier than others mentally. There's definitely been a few crashes in my career that I think traumatized me a little bit, just with the fear and kind of not knowing what's going to happen. But for the most part, we kind of have a good air awareness sense and know where you're coming out. And some of those falls can be like manageable and they're easy to get over. But for sure, sometimes it can be a battle mentally when you're really physically hurting or you just kind of shake your confidence a bit on a crash.
Megan, can you take us back years ago when the thought of, hey, I think I want to get into this freestyle skiing, this big air competition, kind of what led you to that decision? And what did your family say at the time?
It happened really organically for me. I grew up doing figure skating and gymnastics, and so kind of had that base awareness of flipping and spinning. And my older brother was the one who started in freestyle, and I think he just knew me well and was like, Meg, you should really try this sport. I think you'd be good at it. And I just, being the stubborn younger sister, I was like, I don't know. And eventually I tried it and I instantly loved it. And I mean, my family's been so supportive. Obviously, I think my parents kind of close their eyes sometimes when they see me doing some bigger tricks, but they're so supportive.
I can imagine, while they might be used to you, flying through the air, doing these big jumps, that, maybe as a parent, and I'm a parent, I can imagine that there's still that little ounce of anxiety that they have every time you launch.
For sure. Yeah. No, I know that my mom and dad both get pretty nervous. I think also just because they know how hard I've worked for this as well, and they know how badly I want some of these competitions to go. So yeah, they're always at the bottom, a little bit anxious and scared, but always there to support.
And lastly, before I let you go, Megan, this is it's the biggest competing, sporting event in the entire world. And one thing for individuals and athletes like yourself is you also inspire the younger generation that are watching the Olympics right now. And I'm wondering, what would you say to a younger athlete, male or female, who's looking to get into, whether it's your event or some of the other skiing events out there? What would you tell someone who wants to be an Olympic champion?
I think honestly, it comes down to just making every moment through your journey really fun and exciting. I think that's where I really progress, is when I'm skiing and having fun and just enjoying myself. So just reminding yourself when you're starting through the sport, just to like connect with friends and make the environment fun. And it doesn't have to be serious training all the time. But if you have that passion for the sport, it really gets you far.
The pride of Parry Sound, Megan Oldham, thank you so much for joining us on CP24 Breakfast. Congratulations on all your success, and enjoy the rest of the games.
Thank you.